Reverend Kathleen Cribb, who is a member of our church, was ordained in our church by Lily Keller. And so we are so glad to have you with us again today, Reverend Cribb. As always, we greatly extend our love to you.
Thank you, Ken. Good morning, everyone. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so bright, grant me this wish I wish tonight. Do you remember being a little child and standing outside looking up at the twinkling stars and saying that silly little poem? And then, knowing myself, I was probably wishing for a passing grade on a history test or a spelling quiz. And now I wish for much more lofty things, like being able to pay a credit card bill or writing a sermon. In all fairness, it was not the fault of the star. I did not get a good grade on the quiz, or for that matter, had the money to pay off a bill. It was actually my fault. And I'm responsible for my happiness or my unhappiness. And just because I worked for hours preparing this little talk doesn't mean you're going to like it. Haven't you worked for hours or days or weeks on a project at your own job? And then you get rebuffed by your boss, or she or he just doesn't like it. And you go into shock. It's like you're in a dark night of your soul. You just can't, you feel so much fear that you go into a darkness in your mind and in your heart. And this fear feeds the darkness. But all you have to do is light one little candle and a whole room will light up. So if you think one happy thought, like if I think one happy thought that my husband is going to hug me when I get home, or my dog's going to wag her tail because she has unconditional love for me, or your cat is going to purr in your ear and eat your hair, that little tiny spark of joy lights an oil lamp that you keep in your heart that is like a candle that stays lit inside of you at all times if you invoke it. So all you have to do is have one thought about something you treasure, and your true self lights up. Your true self is much greater than the pain of the moment. So while I'm speaking, I want you to pretend that that little star is sparkling in your mind's eye. What wish would you ask for from that little star? Would you like a new home, a new car, a more fulfilling job, one with a boss that actually likes what you do? What would you like? How about good health? What would make you happy? Because the real bottom line here, folks, is we all want to be happy. If you can't pick out just one thing that you'd like to wish about, choose happiness. It's a lofty goal in itself. Then do anything. Choose one goal, then do anything. Because just making that first step toward creating happiness, like maybe smiling, smile for no reason. Smile because you can. I'm going to show you something. I get notes from the universe. This is what, you can't see that because of the light. Maybe that way. Notes from the universe from Mike Dooley. You've probably heard of him on The Secret. Remember the movie The Secret? He was on there. And he was, he's also on www.tut.com. And I signed up because he sends me daily notes from the universe. And when I read those, they touch my heart and they get my day going, and they get my mind going in a positive direction if it's not already, which possibly is not. But back to my point. Mike says to accomplish a goal or a wish, in order to make it come true, we need to know what it is. Identifying what we want is sometimes the hardest part. And then we only have two jobs. First, we must know our destination. And secondly, we must put our car in gear. Now, he equates this to a car because if I'm going to go to Wilmington, North Carolina, I'm going to put the address in my GPS system, and my GPS is going to calculate the best route, if there are any roadblocks in the way, if a bridge is out. My GPS is going to know that. Well, I'm not going to know that. And it's going to calculate the shortest, fastest, safest route for me to get there. So all I really have to do is put my address in my GPS, put my car in gear, and go. Then if I want to make a little side trip, I can do that too, because my GPS will get me right back on track. Now, the universe works just like my GPS. I only need to visualize my destination, my goal, my wish, and then start doing anything. Because the desired result will be in my GPS, will be in the universe. Let go. Know my desired result, make a first step, let it go. Klaus Joel says, the universe is saying, allow me to flow through you unrestricted, and you will see the greatest magic you have ever seen. Isn't that wonderful? Allow me to flow through you unrestricted, and you will see the greatest magic you have ever seen. It's the letting go part that's so difficult. Personally, I'm a control freak, and I believe most of us are control freaks. For me to let go of the how, the who, the when, the where, for me to let go of the details is very difficult. It's like personal torture. But in reality, the letting go is the special sauce. It's the special sauce for manifesting. Our job is to picture the end result and then put our car in gear. Putting my car in gear would mean signing up for a class, or actually sitting down at my desk and start writing, or renewing my passport, or balancing my checkbook. Any positive step I take toward my end game commands the universe to take care of the rest. Mike says, when you think a new thought, entertain a new dream, or mentally choose a new goal, your thoughts leave you. They leave you and go out in every direction to the farthest corners of the planet. And they carry a life force all their own, like ripples created when a pebble is tossed into a pond. You can't change this, but you can use the heck out of it. Let's say I make a wish to be a prosperous, beloved author. I will visualize what that might look like. Then I sit down and start writing. That's my job. The universe will fill in the blanks for me. The universe will find inspirational books and messages for me to keep doing my part. The universe will find outlets for my articles and my books. The universe will present me with opportunities and challenges. I need faith to know my dreams will come true. There's a short poem by Rumi, and I've quoted this before, but it's one of my favorites. Let's share it now. When I run after what I want, think I want, I don't want to botch this, pardon me. When I run after what I think I want, my days are a furnace of stress and anxiety. If I sit in my own place of patience, what I need flows to me and without pain. You know, fear is the mother of courage. And the difference between the two comes down to determination. Some kinds of strength must be learned, and overcoming some kinds of fear can take practice. Think about a little bird, a fledgling bird. That fledgling bird must choose to take that first leap from that tree. The jump is terrifying, but the sky's his limit. Once he spreads his wings and jumps, he forevermore is changed. He's a different creature, isn't he? And then with practice, the sky's the limit. Okay, so let's go back to that little star that's sparkling in your third eye. Now that we know that all manifestations begin with the end in mind, all manifestations begin with the end in mind. Do you want to change that initial wish? Was it too small? Anytime we wish for something, we should add, I want this or something better. And you might want to write that down on a little yellow sticky and put it on your computer screen. I want this or something better. Here is my wish today. Universe, we want a joyful, loving life that exceeds our expectations. Thank you. Bless you, Ken.